Well played. All right, let's hear it for Team Warp Derby.
Hello, my name is Arlen Eldridge. Over the past 8 weeks, I've had the pleasure of working with these guys to make our game what we call Warp Derby. And we're all really excited today to show you our work over the past 2 months. So this statement, Twisted Metal meets Portal, featuring indirect combat in a sportscast presentation, has really guided our game from the very beginning. And it was that clear direction that we got out of this statement that's allowed us to build our core gameplay features and then iterate upon them until we have something that we enjoy and are proud of. At its core, Warp Derby is a vehicular combat game that encourages players to invent new gameplay strategies. The game mechanics allow players to come up with creative new ways to destroy their opponents. I'm now going to pass it on to Nick Farah, our lead designer, to show you the mechanics and some of our environmental hazards.
Sorry, I was anticipating applause. Please hold your applause to the end. So I'm going to explain our mechanics to you guys because they're a little unorthodox at times. This screenshot here is one of our interview shots, so I'm going to use it to kind of guide this explanation. So the big thing in Warp Derby, if you can wrap your head around it, is warping. We've got our warps or portals, however you want to phrase it here, on the screen. Now, these come out of your gun, right here on the top of your car. There are many like it, but this one is yours. They fire for the individual player a blue portal from the left click and a green portal from the right click. And these are indicated here by the 2 little dots above your reticle. Now, once these portals are active, you can go through them. Other players can go through them. Objects can go through them. You can use them offensively or defensively to try to kill people. Basically, succeed in the game. Now, all enemy portals will be this nice shade of red here. You basically want to avoid those for the duration of the game. In addition to that, the same gun can also fire an impulse shot. So if it hits a player or an object instead of a wall, it will knock them back. Now, this shot kind of depreciates in value over time. So the farther away someone is from you, the less they'll get knocked back. It'll be kind of like a little nudge far away because our game is very much a close combat game. You don't want a ranged shooter out of this experience. Now, both of these shots require energy that'll be depleted as you're firing, so you can't just spam out the portals and the impulses all day. You need a little bit of cooldown. In addition to that, our car can jump, because obviously, car can jump. You can use that evasively, you can kind of dodge other people's shots, play a little bit of mind games, use to get places. In addition to that, we have a speed boost. That's your primary means of kind of controlling yourself when you're in the air. Do a lot of flying around in this game for various reasons, and sometimes it's nice to be able to kind of take a shot at avoiding danger that you're flying towards. Now, none of the things I just described do any damage to an opposing player. So you might be asking yourself, how do we kill people? Is it a game about killing people? Ta-da! Environmental hazards. So we have a lot of things in the game and in the level that will horribly maim you should you get too close to them. We've got a molten pit that'll kill you. We've got mail bombs that'll kill you. We've got a car crusher that will crush and kill you. We've got a grinder that will grind and kill you. We've got homing rockets that will seek and kill you. And we've got jump pads, will not kill you, but probably send you flying towards something that will kill you. So that more or less sums up the mechanics and the environmental hazards for you guys. So I'm going to pass it back over to Arlen, who will introduce our demo.
So what you're about to see represents our game in its infancy. We see it as like a really strong foundation to build on to get towards our vision of what Warp Derby will be. So 4 players are going to demonstrate a shortened version of free-for-all deathmatch played over our network. Team Death-defying 4 contestants free-for-all. Highest amount of kills wins. Exciting stuff for a simple game of whoops and cars. Huh, Bob?
Yeah, simple. You know, down the explosive mailboxes, Congress, can't practice the hotel smell.
That's right, Bob. And don't forget about the highlight for tonight's event. That innocent-looking wrecking ball suspended ever so carefully above the arena.
Oh, which one's that thing ball?
I guess we'll see what happens. All right, contestants, start your engines and get ready to warp in 3, 2, 1. It's Warp Derby time! That's right, our patents on warp regeneration technology allows warp travel both within the arena.
As well as warping out and responding to what happens to me at the first time we come on.
Strategy here, Bob, is to get off next through the portal and indirectly cause damage to other players.
Yeah, Jim, I know. I used to do this for a living.
It was so long ago, Bob, that I don't remember at all. Doing anything special for dinner tonight?
Yeah, maybe a skin of pizza. Looks like my wife got a rat.
Well, I guess someone didn't ration before we go very well. Wow, looks like we don't even know where we're going. Oh, my.
share of tonight's warm-up up the rack. Wonder what you'll expect it all.
Well, I'd say that guy.
Oh, it looks like one hit too many there. And I thought this was a smoke cleanser. It's never successful work for the
Yeah, another day, another derby.
Well, make sure you tune in next week for some more spine-tingling, metal-crunching, now you see if now you don't action.
So everything up to this point is talked about Warp Derby as a free-for-all deathmatch game mode. And we believe very strongly that it should be more than that. So we have plans to put in a Capture the Flag, Team Deathmatch, King of the Hill, Kill the Crater, and the game mode that we're all really excited about, soccer. In soccer, players will compete on teams, trying to get a ball into the other team's goal using their impulse cannon, portals, while avoiding environmental hazards. So in our commitment to giving players diversity and encouraging replayability, we're going to add up to 8 new maps that'll be for different game types and different numbers of players in the game. We want our game to be fun for players of all skill levels. And in order to do this, we need a complex matchmaking system that'll place players in a game with people of their equal skill level. So groups will be averaged together, and with the average of their rank will be put into a game with someone of the same rank. So the players will simply hit a button selecting the game type they want, and we'll take them to the game that best fits their abilities. We want our players to feel invested in our game, to encourage them to continue playing. For this, we'll have stat tracking and an XP-based progression system. We'll track stats across all different game modes and display them on a leaderboard and in a personal career summary. As players earn XP, their rank will increase, and so will their position on the leaderboard. To show this plan in action, Nick is pulling up stats from the game that we just played that updated in real time after the game was finished. So you can see that kind of information we're pulling out of the game there. The garage is where players will go to upgrade their vehicles. We don't want to limit the player to simply controlling their vehicle. We want them to be able to customize it, to look the way they want it to look, and act the way they want it to act. Completing game challenges such as 100 crater kills will give players decals that they can use to decorate their car to change its appearance. Additionally, XP can be redeemed for upgrades that will change the vehicle's appearance as well as its abilities. As players rank up, more upgrades will be available to them. So using portals to illustrate the types of upgrades we want to have in the game, see, a magnetic field would be an upgrade that'll make your portals have a magnetic field and pull enemy cars towards them when they get inside of a certain proximity. A fortified portal would be a portal that is not overridable by other players for a short period of time. And a portal prison would allow a player to capture an enemy in their first portal and place a second portal within a certain time and then expel them from that portal to where they want them to be. So we believe that Warp Derby is more than just a capstone game that we'll put on our resumes. It'll serve that well enough, but we want more out of it. So our goals are to continue developing our game through Venture Track and have it on Steam for sale. We want Warp Derby to be a published game that FIEA as a whole can be proud of. So thank you, and we'll now open it up to questions.
Just in order of priority, I would recommend that you put off the matchmaking. Don't spend any time trying to get a lot of people playing in the game until anybody's playing. Right? Sure. So XP, yes, matching, wait until Vendor Track, assuming you get,
Right.
get greenlit now.
Yeah.
no sense really spending any time trying to fit people together when ultimately you're going to have 4, 8, 12 people all at any given time trying to play the game. There's no matchmaking there. It's just whoever's available, please come play.
So you can tell we meet critical mass.
Yeah, you know, so the idea of getting on Steam, I love that idea. But short term, I would much rather see you focus on things like vehicle damage states, a much cooler kill cam, better sound effects, better particle effects. I love your idea though. You know, when I originally saw it, I was really skeptical. You sold me. I'm pretty impressed. Good.
Thanks. Yes.
Looks really awesome so far. I agree with Paul on a lot of things, especially if you want to get into stream green light. Like, if you want to start doing that, you probably need to start now.
Yeah.
I know the game's incomplete, but like you need to start now, basically, for it. It's a very, very long process. As for like the game itself, the fundamentals look really, really good. I think that you need UI. You need really awesome, crazy UI, and probably better voice actors, because I can see that being really awesome.
we put those in there just to kind of show what we're going for.
Oh, totally, yeah. Like, this is what happens every time for vertical slice. People just have crap voice actors, just put them on screen, just get the idea across, and I got the idea. It works really awesome. And I would be careful about your 8 different game modes. Like, I would try to figure out, like, 3 or 4 that are really fun, because, like, when I play a game like Call of Duty, like, there's, like, 3 modes that I like, which is, like, Team Deathmatch, Solid Deathmatch, and probably Team Deathmatch again. Like, that's really all that there's to play, right? Like, soccer sounds cool. It sounds like an innovative idea that you can throw into this, but I don't know how many people will be able to know that. Like what's gonna be your flagship mode, right? And that's probably gonna be Team Deathmatch or Solid Deathmatch, right? So you probably want to get that like as best as you can.
If you make a soccer mode, it can't count time up. Right.
We got to observe fact checker.
Vi considered that. That's a deal breaker for me right there.
How about like golf? Like you have like one guy and then there's another guy who's a golf ball. It's like,
This is definitely a possibility.
Have you guys started messing with Scaleform yet, or was that all UT?
Yes. Our UI is all scale form. Anyone else? Yeah, Blake.
So the game's clearly fun, but like, I remember at BFT we're like, we're gonna have like 4 maps, and we ended up with 1, you know? And I mean, like, I think it'd be cool to see you guys really polish a lot of the stuff in the game. Like your coolest sound effects were people laughing and having a good time, you know?
Sure.
So like, I would definitely focus on like player feedback, like when the car explodes and when you hit things. Like, because right now it's still, I mean, it's vertical slice, but it still feels very UDK, you know what I mean? I mean, the art's great, but like, it's just, you don't really feel a lot. So I would focus more on making the game cool in that aspect as opposed to just trying to generate a ton of more content right now.
Okay, we're going to add in some tortoises, I guess.
What?
We're going to add some tortoises in.
Thank you for getting the proper,
Well, yeah.
proper reptile.
I had one last thing if I could, and that is when this was pitched, the thing that I was afraid of, and this is mostly I was afraid of for me, right? Because I could see me not knowing who the hell killed me, right? That will happen. So I like some things you have to have a way to identify. And I said a kill cam or something to that effect. If it feels random that you're just dying, you spawn and you die, that's bad. So I don't know how you do that. Right? Maybe you hand back the camera from you can see who's chasing you. You have an indicator that actually tells you that somebody's, I don't know, you have a lock-on system, that somebody's attacking you. I don't like anonymous death, where it feels futile. So just something to keep in mind is that with your stuff, particularly if you ramp it up and you have more than 4 people playing, and now it's chaos. I could see me getting very frustrated when I'm just getting blown up, kind of anonymous.
Sure. Anyone else? Thank you all.